Guess who's back? He's back again. Your broski's back. Tell a friend. Hello and welcome everybody back to the 17th episode of Joe's NBA Podcast. Yep, intro's still here. So am I. After about 4 months or 3 months or however long it was, I'm back. Also, it's been a year of Joe's NBA Podcast. Can you believe it? I've uploaded about 16 times. This would be my 17th in 1 year. One time I uploaded 5 times in 5 days. So, you can do the math on that. We got a lot of topics to talk about today, so let's hop right into them. Alright, so for our first topic of the day, we have the NBA standings. Gotta start somewhere, right? I haven't uploaded in a while, so we gotta start with the basics. So, in the East, we have Bucks, number 1. No real surprise here, led by Giannis and Chris Middleton. They are 42-7. Number 2, we have a big surprise. We got the Raptors being 36-14. Number 3, we have the Celtics being 33-15, led by Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum, of course. Then we have the Heat in number 4, who are 33-15, led by Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Then we have the Pacers in number 5, who recently got Victor Oladipo back, and Domantas Sabonis has been carrying the load while he's been out. And then in 6, we have the 76ers with a record of 31-19. And they've been doing pretty good, led by Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, so that's nice for them. Then we have the Nets in number 7 being 21-27, led by Kyrie Irving, who's been in and out this season. He's had injury after injury, so yeah. Number 8, capping off the playoff spot, we have the Magic, who are 21-28, led by Nikola Vucevic, Aaron Gordon, Jonathan Isaac, the normal guys. Then moving over to the Western Conference, we have number 1, my Los Angeles Lakers. Love to see it. Anthony Davis, LeBron James have been carrying the load. Danny Green's been playing great. Kyle Kuzma, I hope we trade him. Yeah, number 2, we got the Clippers. No real surprise here with a record of 34-15. The Nuggets, number 3, a little bit of surprise here actually with a record of 34-16, led by Jokic, of course. Then we have the Jazz in 4 with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert with a record of 32-17. Then we have the Rockets, number 5, led by Harden and Westbrook with a record of 31-18. Mavericks in 6th with 30-19 record, led by Doncic, who's been an absolute MVP candidate this season. I mean, he's got my vote. And number 7, they have the Thunder, which is a pretty big surprise here, with Chris Paul leading the way for them after everybody thought they'd be tanking after what happened this offseason. Number 8, capping off the playoff spot, we have the Grizzlies, who've been led by their rookie, Ja Morant, who's been absolutely killing it this season for them. Really love to see it. So yeah, moving on to our second topic. For our second topic of the day, we have the starters, reserves, and snubs of the All-Star Game. So starting in the West, we have the captain, LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. No real surprise here. He's going to get first pick, too, because he got the most fan votes, I'm pretty sure. Luka Doncic being a first-time All-Star. He's also an MVP candidate this season, so good for him. Kawhi Leonard, no real surprise there. He's been really leading the Clippers while PG's been out, so good for him. James Harden putting up insane numbers as normal, leading the Rockets to like number 5 in the West, so pretty good. And Anthony Davis, who's been helping the Lakers to number 1, obviously, in my Laker Nation. It's good to see him up there. In the East, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo being a captain. No real surprise here either. He was the captain last year. Kemba Walker, pretty good to see him there leading the Celtics. Trae Young with the first All-Star appearance. He's been putting up some crazy numbers. Pascal Siakam, too, being a first-time All-Star leading the Raptors is a number 2 record in the East, which is crazy. Joel Embiid leading the Sixers, so that's good for him. He's been here about 3 times. Then we have the reserves for the West. We have Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Donovan Mitchell, Brandon Ingram, Rudy Gobert, and Nikola Jokic. We got a few surprises here with Brandon Ingram, Chris Paul, and Donovan Mitchell. So that's pretty not that surprising, but it's good to see him up there, right? Then we have, for the East, we have Chris Middleton, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, Domantas Sabonis, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Kyle Lowry, which is, some of these guys are pretty surprising, like Domantas Sabonis and Bam Adebayo. You wouldn't think to see them up here as all-stars, right? But they've been really playing good this season, so I think they deserve it. And then we have the snubs. Obviously, everybody's been talking about how Bradley Beal and Devin Booker have been putting up like 27, 28 points per game, and they didn't get all-stars. That's like the first time in a really long time. So yeah, that's gonna be our topics for the day. Thanks for listening to Joe's NBA podcast. Also, we lost one of our legends last Sunday. It's still crazy, still setting in. We lost Kobe Bryant, who is my favorite player of all time. It's really sad to see it. So again, thanks for watching. R.I.P. Kobe.